Hey, what's up y'all? I want to talk about how I integrated a macro algae reactor into my 120 gallon setup. Overall, the tank is doing pretty well. It's about 16 months old, coral coloration and growth is good. The only thing is that I have this greenish brown algae on the back glass. It's not a major problem, but I'd like to get it taken care of. Ideally, I'd like to have a full refugium plumbed into this tank, but I just don't have the room under the stand, and I don't want to buy a new sump. I thought of running an algae turf scrubber, but I think they're still overpriced, and I don't have the desire or the time to make one. In my case, I thought the perfect solution would be a macro algae reactor, especially since I have an old ozone reactor sitting in the garage. Plumbing this puppy into my tank will be a pretty straightforward affair, as I already have a manifold feeding my roll-of-phos reactor. After a quick trip to Lowe's, I got it all plumbed up and did a leak test. This shot here shows how much water is flowing through the reactor. This is with the ball valve fully open. I doubt that I'll ever have to turn down the flow, but if I ever feel that this is not enough flow, I'll have to get a new pump. For the lights, I use pretty much the same thing that everyone else is using. I got the 3000 Kelvin waterproof LED lights found on Amazon. I had to buy the adapter separately, but overall this thing cost about 20 bucks. Wrapping the reactor in these lights was pretty straightforward. I secured the end with duct tape and I wrapped it uniformly around. When I was through with that, I plugged it in and turned it on. Man, this thing is pretty bright. I do plan to run the reactor at night, so I found a temporary way to cover the reactor using some cutout cardboard box. It's pretty ugly, I have to admit, but it does a pretty good job of keeping the light from seeping out. Once I was through with that, all I needed was some macroalgae. Unfortunately, I didn't have any on hand, so I posted in the local forums. Nobody got back to me in a day, so I gave in and headed to the local fish store. They didn't have any Kato either, but they were kind enough to kick in some Caulerpa. I was pretty happy with that since I've had Caulerpa in the past and it does a pretty good job. Ironically, on the way home from the LFS, 2 people contacted me saying they have Kato. It's all good, I'll go with the Caulerpa for now, but in the future I do have options if I want Kato. I got home, rinsed the Caulerpa off 3 times, and threw it in the reactor. Well, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thanks for making it this far, and hopefully we'll catch you on the next one.